5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm here playing some Kerbal space program. This awesome little, it's not really that little, there's quite a lot of stuff. Rocket building game, spacecraft building game. This is a little rocket I put together. It's nice and small compared to some of the things you can build. I'm gonna go into orbit with this, hopefully. I'm just playing it in the sandbox mode so I can show off some of the cool stuff in this game. I'm not really flying this how you should. Oh, we should be pointing straight up still. I played this game some, not a whole lot compared to some of the games. I am still not very good, and I haven't played in a while because I forgot to put the SAS on, which is something that is very useful for this part of the flight. So yeah, we're gonna climb up to about 10,000. Up here when that says 10,000 we'll change our maneuver, because that's how I learnt to do it from the one and only Scott Manley. I'm watching his videos, he puts out some very good content from this game. His reusable space program videos were quite good, I really enjoyed those, and I'm not following my own instructions and going way too fast, and I need a pitch over here. Yes, his reusable space program videos were some of my favourite videos from this game. Basically played the entire game with quite a few mods and didn't destroy any parts, which was quite interesting. So yeah, we'll get into orbit, I think, by the looks of this. If I go to the map view by pressing M, you can see here's our trajectory. Yep, we're 20 kilometers up in the air. Oh, engines burnt out. Oh no, they didn't. I don't know what that explosion noise was then. Well, I guess we will find out in a minute. Alright, yep. Well, that was the engine's flame. No? Why does it keep playing the engine flame out sound when they're obviously not flaming out? Right, we're getting there. Yes, the atmosphere ends at about 70,000. If you look at this graph here, the engine's now definitely out. This light blue area is the thickest, then it gets thinner, and then you're in space. So we want to get to here to get into space. We're almost there though, when we'll get to here eventually. So 60 Ks, that's just on the edge of the atmosphere there. So whilst we expand our hyperlapses, once I get it to a decent amount, I'll show you the entire map, because this is just the planet you start on. Well, this is the planet your little Kerbals live on. Just cut the engine there, and if we scroll out, you can see there's the moon, or mun. Not really sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, or don't notice those other dots there. They're still to come. And we have another one, which is Minmus. Scroll out even further, and these are all asteroids. I need to keep checking on my rocket. Yeah, we're gonna quickly do this. And this is the entire solar system. So you got the Sun, Moho, Eve, Kerbin, Duna, Drace, Jewel, and Elu. There is actually moons on most of these. Oh, we got a bit of time. If I just set a marker here, you can see you've got 1 minute and 45 seconds, so I'll explain the rest here. So if we focus on Eve, for example, Eve, I'm not actually sure. Well, yes, Eve has 1 moon. Gilly, we zoom out again. Moho, I don't think Moho has any moons. Nope, no moons on Moho. And if you look, they're not all perfectly flat planes. What's the word for that? Orbits. They're not all on the same plane of orbit. And Elu here comes and crosses over Jewel's orbit. Jewel is the biggest one with lots of moons. As you can see, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moons to explore. You can get out to all of these if you watch some of Scott Manley's videos. He explains it quite well how you can achieve this. I am not that good, not in a long shot. The best I've done is land on Juna here, and I did not have anywhere near enough fuel to get back. And that was done with a craft that I actually built to go to the moon. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, go away. Oh, and now I've lost my marker, which is not a good thing. Here we go. Get back, zoom in here. Oh, and we're almost there. Crap. So we go here and point completely downwards. Or not downwards, horizontally. And we fire up the engines. I presume, yep, engines are going. You can see our orbit is expanding. I should point. I can't remember exactly how to do this. Nope. Other way, I want to bring this down. And if we keep going, nope. Oh, and if you look over here, it's slowly getting out, and now we're technically in orbit, not in orbit of now. Now we're in orbit in space. As you can see, here's our orbit, 122 kilometers versus 100 kilometers. Pretty standard orbit, quite flat. As you can see, we could, if we wanted, we could probably get a maneuver to the moon. So if you just click on the dot and click add maneuver, you can edit it, and then if you pull these, you can see it shows you what you do. This is basically just accelerating and decelerating. And if we got an encounter. If we can do this right, we might actually be able to. We can do a flyby on the moon. No, we can't, because by the time we get there, the moon probably won't be there. Oh, actually, it might if we speed up time. We can slowly cruise around. As you can see, we're zipping around in our orbit, and we'll stay in orbit constantly because we're out of the atmosphere, so this rocket will stay in orbit indefinitely unless I purposely change its trajectory. And then when you start getting closer to where you want to be, so you maneuver marker, you slow time back down and move the little orange cursor here over the blue dot. That is the direction you need to burn to get to the moon over here. Speed up time again. So if you can see down here, I don't know if it's will be visible on the video, it might be a bit small. The estimated burn time is 26 seconds. And that's going to be in T-minus 1 minute and 34 seconds. But if I speed up time, it'll come a bit quicker. So now, T-minus 20. So once we hit about 10 seconds, I'll fire up the engine. Here we go, and we will burn. You can see our apoapsis is expanding very, very slowly. And that's all the fuel we have in that section, so we'll fire up the next stage. We may not actually have enough fuel to make it. I didn't plan on going to the moon on this journey. This was actually just supposed to be for the intro, which hopefully I got to work and it looked cool. But if it didn't, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But oh well, we are slowly making it, and you can see our burn. Our delta is slowly going down. And cut the engine. Got to get close to the maneuver marker. Engines fire just slowly. We want to get this number as close to 0 as possible. Are we on an encounter with the moon? No, not yet. We are not. Yep, there we go. Got ourselves in. Oh, that's not a nice encounter, not at all. You can do this a lot better than I have right here, but it will do. I didn't really plan this out very well. As I said, this was never meant to be a mission to the moon. If we speed up time, as you get further away from the planet, you can speed up time more. And if we go into here, press M again, you can see here's our little rocket. Yes, we have enough fuel to get back. There's the moon, or Mun, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be moon. And if we go here, we should probably... Oh no, we'll wait a little bit to start slowing down. Speed up time. Oh, maybe we won't have enough fuel to get back. This isn't the biggest rocket ever. Come on, come on. We're getting there. Here's the moon coming in. And slowing down. Oh no, we're actually speeding up. And then you can see this is our trajectory around the moon. If we face this one, I forget what it is called, and we fire up the engine, you can see our orbit is changing. This one you don't have to worry about because we're going to go into orbit around the moon. Look at here, we can see our liquid fuel. Oh yeah, we got plenty of fuel to get home. And wait for it. Oh, almost there. Oh, we're going to crash into the moon. That is not good. Yep. We're crashing into the moon. Let's do that just for the heck of it. I'll try and land on the moon. This mission is getting a lot more advanced than what I planned it to be. And this is a very bad what do you call it? Approach? Yep, there we go, that's the right word. Approach to the moon. You do not want to do this. You want to get into... Oh, we'll focus on the moon here. You want to get into a nice low orbit first and slowly come in. But I'm just going to come plummeting towards it, which will almost... What's the word? Can't think of words today. Ooh. Almost certainly. I guess that word will work, and that's not a hard word to think of. Almost certainly result in quite a large explosion. But nonetheless, it will still be cool. It'd be cooler if I landed on the moon, but that's probably not going to happen. Well, we're coming in, we are going quite fast, and we're only going to get faster. 300 meters per second. 350. We're almost there. Oh, yep. Getting closer. And we should probably do this. We'll switch to this view. This one. I really wish I could remember what these were called so I could tell you, but oh well. We'll slowly fire up the engines. There's no point burning now, actually. We're way too far away for it to do us any good. Until we get a bit closer. I think the highest mountains are about 5,000 meters high, so we got a fair way to go. But this number up the top here does not represent ground level, it represents sea level, so we could be landing on top of a mountain, which means this could say anywhere between a couple hundred and a couple thousand meters, which means we have to look for our shadow, which I suck at doing. I can never see it. As you can see, the moon has quite a lot of craters and is not very flat, so it is quite tricky to land on, and you really should go to Schmittez. That is a heck of a lot easier to land on. You need a little bit more delta V to get there, but it's a lot easier to land on because the gravity is much lower. The gravity on the moon is about 1.6 meters per second. It's all based off of real numbers, so 1.6, or the ones that are supposed to represent real planets and moons are based off real numbers, so the gravity on Kerbal over there is 9.8 meters per second like on Earth, and Minimus is something like 0.6, 0.3 meters per second, which is nothing. Makes it really, really simple to land on. Is that our shadow there, or is that just a rock? I think that's just a rock. Where is the sun? There's the sun, so our shadow should be over here somewhere. Nope, maybe we're not close enough for a shadow to appear. How much fuel do we have? I don't think that's enough to get to land and get home again. So we'll just have to leave good old Jebediah here on the moon. Maybe we'll send up a rescue mission to get him. But we will decide on that if he actually lands and does not explode into a massive fireball. And we're getting closer. Still no shadow that I can see. Let's speed up a bit. Got the throttle. This isn't going to go very well. We appear to be landing on a not very flat surface, which is not good for landing. So yeah, you want to get this number here to below 5, I believe, to be able to land safely without landing legs like I have. Maybe even less. I haven't landed without landing legs. Before on here. I've done it on Minimus, but pretty sure I've never done it on the moon. So we can... But we're getting closer. Still can't... Oh, there's our shadow right there. That's the best way to tell how far you are from the ground. And if you put lights on, that is another good indicator of how far away from the surface you are. In case you want to land in the dark for some reason, which makes it even more difficult. And, oh, we might actually do this. And cut the engine. Nope. Oh, Jebediah has successfully landed on the moon. Well, that was not actually what I planned on doing. We'll turn the rocket around here and we'll shoot it up the mountain. If it doesn't roll away now, if we go like this, if we press EVA, we're gonna roll it over so we can actually get out. Yep, there we go. If we hit EVA, we can actually pull our little guy out. This is Jebediah, our first space Kerbal. Oh, we can't see. If we turn him around into the sun, you can see his green face. Look how excited he is to be on the moon. And to commemorate this occasion, I'm going to plant a flag and site name First Mun Landing. Landed on the Mun with the extraordinary I don't judge me on my spelling. Extraordinary. Close enough. No, I'm not writing it because my spelling is too bad. Is not very good. There we go. First moon landing. Get an EVA report. Keep data. That's for the career mode. You don't need that in sandbox because everything is already unlocked. But you can play the career mode where you start off with very, very basic stuff and you slowly progress through the career and unlock more and more stuff, alright? And if we want, we can turn on his jetpack here and go for a little fly around. If we can get him to not crash into the ground. I don't want to go too far away because I'll probably go too fast and then die. So we will not go any further with this. He does have lights on his helmet, except I do not remember how to turn them on. Well, let's take a surface sample just for the heck of it. Yep. And we might have to do... Oh. And grab. Climb down a bit. Board, alright. Now, how well do you think this is going to go? Straight up the mountain here. Let's see what happens. Full power on the engines. Oh, that was the wrong button. I was supposed to press the S key to get him to launch, but not the S key, the D key, but I pressed the S key, which made him spin around instead of pull up. And there was quite a large explosion. So now Jebediah is dead. Yep, that didn't go so well. Alright, well, we will go to the Space Center and show you what is here. If you've never played this game, which you should, because it is amazing. We'll speed up time to get it to daytime. Oh, come on, be daytime. There we go. Daytime. So we've got the... what's this called? The tracking center, I believe that's what it is called. We have the R&D building, the administration room. No, it says it right down here. Beautiful. Yes, the administration building, the astronaut complex, spaceplane hangar, and mission control, and the vehicle assembly building. This is where you build all your rockets. So this is your rocket, my rocket that I just built. It's pretty standard rocket design. Pretty crappy rocket design actually. This is all your parts you got. Here's all your propulsion, controls, structure. If you want to check this out, all out, if you haven't already played the game, go and buy it. I'll put a link to the website in the description. You really should buy it. It's like $20 or $30, and it is well worth the price. They're always updating it. This is version 0.25, and there'll probably be a new version soon. It's only an alpha still. I think the next update might be a beta release from what I was reading. Yep, and as you can see, there's lots and lots of stuff you can do, and I barely scratched the surface of this game, even with the amount I've played, mainly because I suck at building rockets and can't get much past Schmittez or the moon. Yep, and if we go to spaceplane hangar, which is right here, we will load up one of these. Which one is, I believe it's this, no, this one. And oh, yep, this is a little plane, pre-built one. I could never design something this good. And you can go and fly around if you want. So we'll take a little fly in this little bird here, and go and land on the other runway, because that is a fun little challenge I like to do. So here we are on the runway. We fire up the engine, put the SAS on, and go. Got our little ram air intake on the bottom there. Pull it up. Landing gear. Oh, that's not the landing gear button. What is X? X is something for landing gear in some game, but not this one. Oh, we got way too much throttle on. Oh, G. That's what the landing gear button is. So yes, there is another runway over here somewhere that we will attempt to land on with this plane here. I have done it before successfully, but that was quite a while ago. And we're flying. Just as you can see, this is quite boring flying, so I will cut this bit out to keep the video shorter. Alright, so we're coming up to approach on the runway here. Very crappy approach, but it will do because I am a crappy pilot. But we'll make it work. Cut the engines. Bring it down. Not even going to hit the runway. No. Yep, we got this. And oh. Textbook landing. Textbook landing. Right, well, on that note, I think it's time to end the video. This is Kerbal Space Program. I'm Matt, and I'll see you all next time. Look at it fly.